Hey, so this is a new video I'm doing. Um, I went on a bicycle from downtown Elizabeth all the way to New York City I was going to the store to pick up a gold coin. So I decided to go by bicycle, and I live in New Jersey, and now they've built this new trail. So this trail that I'm going through here actually takes you from downtown Elizabeth all the way to Staten Island. They just now finished the Gothels Bridge. They had redone the Gothels Bridge, and now it has a bike lane, which you can see here that I'm crossing. So it's the Gothels Bridge is it's not too long. The first time I did it, it just felt like forever, but now doing it a second time, I've gone the bridge before. It didn't feel that bad. Just the uphill, you gotta do a little bit, but then you end up in Staten Island. So then from Staten Island you could walk all around. Let me try to see the name of the street here. You'll see when I come out, but it goes throughout. It goes like all around the island. Let me see what the name is. Okay, it's Richmond Terrace is the avenue. The whole way it's called Richmond Terrace. Okay, so then you'll see it right after the bridge here. You come out, you kind of make a U to go out to the street, then you come out to the right, and then from here on already, you're just gonna go to like the end of it, and when you make a right, that's gonna be Richmond Terrace. It was my first time going through Staten Island, so there's not really a bike lane here, but the road is kind of wide enough and the cars aren't really going that fast that you could just keep it going. From here, this road, there's one part where it makes a left, but you just pretty much stay on this road all the way to the ferry. Now there's a few cars. The area is not the best, so there's a few cars that kind of came close or that made, not that were not great drivers that kind of turned ahead of me, cut me off in pretty dangerous ways. So not the best area to ride in by some parts, but other parts are pretty okay, because riding on the sidewalk for some parts of this, there wasn't really any people around there, and if you ride on the side closer to the river, there's not as many breaks in between, like for streets. It's just like a continuous sidewalk. So it's not the worst place to ride a bike, not the best. You kind of fill it around, go from sidewalk to street, kind of go back and forth a few times. A little stop there, I don't remember why, to readjust everything. So you're gonna go all the way up, and right around there, I think around here's you make a left. It's still Richmond Terrace, but you just have to make a left. Like there, it like divides left and right, and I think here I took the wrong way, so I kind of turned back and and now I'm going the right way, because it kind of divides into two and you don't really know. In one way looks even straighter, and I thought that was the way, but no, you have to basically make a left. You're staying on the same avenue, but it just makes a bend to the left. If you stay straight, now it's another road which is not taking you to where you want to go, which is the Staten Island ferry. And the total ride to get to the store that I was going to in Manhattan took me about a little over 2 hours, like including the ferry, which I got the ferry like right on time when I got there. 2 to 3 hours, I think. Maybe it could be done in 2 hours. I did it with a mountain bike. Now I'm thinking I should get a road bike, because I've just had a mountain bike for a while, just because I used to do a lot of mountain biking and going a lot of off-road. Even when I'm going somewhere, like I would just cut through parks and things like that. But now I think I'm now using my bike more for distances, so I'm thinking I should get some type of road bike or an urban bike. to go a little faster. Like this was pretty grueling to do on a bike that's not optimal for long distance rides. So yeah, and if through one part here, it's kind of like there's kind of like a park to the side that you ride, and it takes a good amount of time. So this part basically feels pretty safe. Now the issue is my battery died right before I got to the terminal, which is right there. Right at that last part, I was supposed to make a left and get into the ferry, but now this is me on the ferry, and you get some nice views of Manhattan. There's the other ferry coming back. You see the Statue of Liberty. There's just a photo of the approach to Manhattan. Now this is once you get to Manhattan. I'm already in the ferry. That's when I realized my battery had died. But literally, I almost made it to the ferry. It was like 2 minutes short of making it to the ferry. Like it was just, I got to the port where the ferry is, just that left. It didn't catch it on video. Then when I get to the ferry, I saw that the battery had already died. But then I popped a new battery in for the rest of the way. Just riding through the west side. I come out of the port and just ride all up the west side. That's the West Side Highway next to me. I took a little breather here, I guess. But in Manhattan, obviously a much better place to ride because it's a real bike lane. It's almost like a street. There's no people, there's no cars. It's just on the bike. You could just keep going, and it's much better riding condition when you go up the west side. If you go through the inside of Manhattan, it's not as good. So I always just take this west side route wherever I'm going up. And in this case, I was going all the way up to 47th Street, so quite a long way up. Just in there behind that guy. This was pretty nice too, being up there. Like I think if I went with a road bike and I wasn't so tired, and especially having to ride back after this, that I could have stayed around and just ridden up and down. It was a very nice day to just stay there and ride. So I was going to the bullion exchanges store. Again, like my last video where I went in a motorcycle to Manhattan. This time I'm going by bicycle, again, just to pick up a gold coin, which I ordered online from this store, and then you gotta send them a check. In a couple of weeks they'll call you. You're ready to buy the coin. You just go and you pick it up. So driving to New York, I got a ticket last time that I drove there because there's no parking there. You gotta park far, and I fed the Muni meter, but it turns out it was commercial use, which it's always a pain in the ass. So going by motorcycle is better. This time though, I wanted to do some exercise, so I took bicycle instead of motorcycle, and it wasn't bad. I mean, I kind of enjoyed it. Just a little tiring again, to go on a mountain bike. But I think with a road bike, going from Elizabeth to Manhattan and back is definitely something that you could do. And once you get used to it, it's pretty pleasant. Like if you live anywhere around Elizabeth, New Jersey, and you want to go to Manhattan, with a bike that could do it, it's not bad. So here, that's about it. This is crossing through Midtown here, Times Square. You notice all the boards came off now. From what happened with the riots. I didn't see anything boarded up anymore. Like all the broken windows, I guess, have been fixed, or they're not expecting to have them broken, so they took out all the boards. So it's all looking good. And here I finally made it to the end. That's my bike. Thank you for watching.